Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of My Career Path. Today we have Pratistha Sapkota with us. Hello, there, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Rhythm. Thank you so much for inviting.
So, Pratistha Dey is a motivational speaker, and a very important thing she does is that she is a career counselor. And this series has been all about knowing about career paths and how to find your passion. So, yes, today we are gonna talk about how Pratistha Sapkota found her passion. So, the first question I have in my mind is, how did the little Pratistha start with her career? How did she start finding the way? In the complete beginning.
Well, well, thank you so much for the question, Rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long story, but long story short, what happened was I was 17 years old and I attended a training, and that was a training where the trainer was talking about passion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most of the times, what we do is we always get confused between what is our hobby and what our passion is.
Yes.
That when I heard that man speaking about passion, it really triggered in my mind that, and I asked a question to myself that what my passion is. Slowly and steadily, I got to know that my passion is speaking.
Uh-huh.
But now, after you know your passion, I think what you need to do is you need to find something from which you can enhance your passion, right? So I came to know about a club called Toastmasters. It is a worldwide famous club, and Toastmaster is a club where we practice public speaking. I joined Toastmasters, and from then I started my journey. I used to practice my speaking skills there, and then slowly and steadily uh, I was in touch with quite a few trainers in the country, in Nepal, and then I worked as a trainee assistant. I used to go to trainings with them and learn the skills from them. That's how I started.
Wow. So now, what was your inspiration to choose this field? That is how you started. But what was that that spark, that inspiration that told you that yes, this is where you belong.
Well, so when I was a child, my father always used to tell me that, oh, Pratistha sings so beautifully. Her passion is singing. Oh, she dances beautifully. Her passion is dancing. And I always used to think that my passion is singing and dancing. But I realized on that day when I bought a guitar for myself, brought it home, and since that day, my guitar is in the right spot where I kept it. It's been 4 years and I have not touched that guitar. At first, what I thought was now I'll sing, I'll play guitar, and I'll make a YouTube video, I'll be very famous. But then that time I realized that my passion was not singing. I was wrong. And then slowly and steadily, when I started to practice public speaking, I really enjoyed that. I did not care about my timing, I did not care about what people would say. And that's how I realized that my passion is public speaking, and I am made for this. I'm born for this. And after when I started associating with trainers of Nepal, then after listening to them, I knew that okay, this is the thing that I want to do and I will be doing this. So that's how it started, and I'm here now.
Wow. How has it been like, starting with public speaking and now working as a career counselor as well? So, how has the whole journey been like for you?
So it's been 5 years since I have started my career in public speaking. But what triggered me was, as a child, I always wanted to become a journalist. I was a super extrovert child, and I always loved how people used to read news, take interviews, just the way you're doing. And but what happened was when I had to choose my career, when I had to choose what I shall be studying on my bachelor's level, that was the time when I realized that I was not able to convince my parents of what I wanted to study. I told them that I wanted to study journalism, but I could not tell them that why is it important to study journalism and how can I do better. Eventually, I joined my bachelor's. I did BBA, and what happened was when I was in this career of speaking, I realized that there are so many youngsters who do not know what to do, who knows but who cannot express. And then I started searching about career counseling. I did a whole lot of research, and what proved me wrong was what I thought career counseling was. In Nepal, basically what we do is career counseling. When we say career counseling, what is done is you bring one doctor, a very
Mhm.
successful doctor. The doctor gives you a session of 30 minutes, and now you get inspired because of that doctor. An engineer drops in, you listen to the engineer, and now you are told that engineers are best. Entrepreneurs come to the sessions and talk about entrepreneurship, and now you think that entrepreneurship is. But what is important that we need to know what an individual's aptitude is, what an individual interest is. We can study anything, but what is important that what are you? You need to know. Now, if you are extremely calculative person, and if you are in marketing, first thing, you'll never be satisfied with your work. And maybe this example might be relatable to so many of people that most of the people are not happy. They are earning a lot of money, they have good family, but they are not happy because they are not doing what they are supposed to do. They are not following their passion, right? So after doing a whole lot of research, I came to know a different side of career counseling. So, career counseling is all about an individual. We test your interest, we test your aptitude, we test your personality, and then we decide, or then we identify what is better for you. And that's how I came into career counseling. That was total from my that was all from my story. I got very motivated of the term career counseling. I went to India and I did this course of career counseling, and it's been 1 year that I have started my journey on career counsel as a career counselor.
Wow. So talking about the scope for both for public speaking and as well as working as a career counselor, what's the scope? Talking about Nepal or let's say all around the world, what is the scope?
So now, what I see generally in youngsters, like let us take example of yourself.
Yeah.
Youths now want to do something. First, earlier years, what used to happen was when I was giving my school living certificate, the parents were the only individuals who were concerned about their children's education, right? But now the students, they really want to explore. Students explore new courses.
Hmm.
They do new. You being a science student, you are into
Content
a
creating.
sector which is different, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is, in quite a few years, what I see is students are being more vocal about themselves. They are more into internet. They research a lot about what subject they want to study. So this path, as a motivational speaker, you call it motivational speaker, you call it trainer, or you call it career counselor. Now students are really concerned about their education,
Hmm.
and that's when career counselor is needed. Now career counseling is needed on that particular event when you know, if you know what you want to study. Career counseling or testing. So career counseling is basically a test based. So I as an individual do not suggest you to study certain subject or do certain work. As a career counselor, what I do is I test you. I test your interest, I test your aptitude, I test your personality, and then we suggest you a ample of career options, and then how you select. But it is not just for students, it is for someone who has already completed their bachelor's or they have completed their master's. So what I see in years to come is people being concerned about this certain thing about their career and their education. There is a whole lot of scope for everyone, as a career counselor, as a motivational speaker, or anyone.
Yeah. So basically, because people will never stop learning, never stop choosing a career. Working as a career counselor or an influencer is never getting old anytime soon.
True.
So that's great. Now, as we started talking about the future, so what do you see will happen in this field in the coming, let's say, 5 years from now? What do you see? What changes will there be?
This is actually growing because India has grown a lot in this sector
Mm-hmm.
as a career counselor, as a career coach or life coach.
Mm-hmm.
So Nepal is also developing. In Nepal, training and development budget has started being allocated by organizations, by corporates, by financial institutions, and by schools and colleges. So, as a career counselor, now every school hires a career counselor for their students. Show the show show the students the right path where to go. Now it is changing because now schools do not bring doctors and engineers or like entrepreneurs individually and they share their story. The phase has been changed. People are Teachers are learning more and more about career counseling. People are schools corporates are learning a lot on this project. So I see this will be hyping up in the coming years, and this is a career where which I don't see will be stopping.
And now, same thing
Because
for the whole world, not just India and Nepal, but talking about the whole world. How is the scenario outside, let's say, the outside Asia?
it is the same. It is progressing. I had a conversation with a lot of career counselors outside Nepal, and progressing. It is not progressing rapidly, but slowly and steadily, people are realizing, students and parents both are realizing the value of career counseling, the value of doing self evaluation before you jump into something else. Because first early in early 5 years, what used to happen was people used to do traditional interviews, right?
Yeah.
Traditional interviews when you go to a job or when you go to schools and colleges. But now schools and corporates or financial institution, they actually do a test based recognition. For example, now let me share you one of the tests what is done worldwide, the DISC test, DISC test. So DISC test, what it says is people are of four different nature, and each nature has own pros and own cons, right? So, as I said earlier, a person who is really extrovert, if you keep that person in the teller, for example, of the bank, if a initiative person, someone who is very extrovert, is kept in front of a computer for the entire day, the productivity of that person is not as good as the productivity of a certain person who likes to sit in front of a computer and work. Extrovert, when sent to marketing, when
Yeah.
sent to talk to people, then the productivity of that individual hypes up, right, raises.
Yeah.
That way the individual becomes happy on whatever he or she earns. So that's how it is going all over the world, and the test base is coming into Nepal as well. We are doing it while doing recruitments, and that is going to benefit both the organization and the individual.
Wow. So basically, now the question is, what is your passion? Like previously, it was how much will you earn from a particular job, but now it's about what
Hmm.
is my passion, what am I all about, what,
Yes.
and your work is gonna be there for all your life. You are gonna be doing that same job 9 to 5 every single day till till you retire. So it has become a question, a very important question, and people are being aware that they should look it as something very important, because that is connected with one's happiness, and because it is connected with happiness, everything we do is so that we can be happy, we can be satisfied. So
Yes.
that's why it's increasing.
Yes, as it is said, money fills your pockets,
Yeah.
but if you follow your passion, it actually fills your heart, and nothing can beat that. Nothing in this world can how beat that, right?
Yeah.
So it's very important that you realize what kind of individual you are and why are you doing it, and if you are really happy doing this thing or not. Even when it comes to work and when it comes to knowledge, it's the same. If you really like a subject, you give your 100% to that subject, right? But if you don't like it, you actually ignore that subject. And it is always seen that some students are doing very good in a particular subject and not doing good in a particular subject. So you should always be following a passion, following your passion, following your innate behavior, and realize what is good for you and what will fill your heart rather than filling your pockets. And when you fill your heart, slowly and steadily you will start filling your pockets as well.
Yeah. Now talking about the youngsters who are going to come into the field of helping others find their passion. Like like it's your passion to help others find their passion and do good in their careers. So if somebody the newcomers, if they decide now maybe it's my passion to find help find your passion, so what is your advice for them? What should they expect from the market? What should they expect from this job?
So, first thing first, for them as well, identify if you really become happy with doing this or not. Now, don't get inspired by other people,
Mhm.
because some people are doing great in the same field, but some people are not doing great in the similar field as well, right? So, it is very important for you to realize if you actually love helping people find their careers or not. You need to identify, and then talking about the market is really big and it's growing, as I said earlier. So you need to have this gene of learning. You always need to keep yourself updated. As a career counselor, as a life coach, or as a motivational speaker, you always need to know what's going on, and you always have to have a habit of reading books,
Yes.
because don't have knowledge with yourself, you cannot share it, right? So you always need to fill yourself with knowledge. You always have to keep positivity inside you, and you have to have a, like, nothing goes easy, right? It's been I have been doing this for 5 years, and these 5 years were not easy, and it is not going to be easy. You have to have a zeal that you'll do it. You have to have that energy. You should know that this is my thing, and then you will succeed in anything you do. It should not be career counseling. It can be anything, but you need to have that passion, and you need to have that energy to grow and do something good in that industry, in that sector.
And I totally agree that you need to have that passion to enter any field. And for those who are who have been watching this, I think they have a certain degree of clarity on what they need to do or what they want. But if they want to know more, if they want to talk to you some more, find their passion with your help, where can they find Pratistha Sapkota?
So you can add me on Facebook. I'm in Facebook. I am more active in LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So better if you really want to talk to me, you can always contact me in LinkedIn and Facebook. You can send me a message first before sending a friend request, because I always keep people who I know personally in my Facebook account. But you can always get in touch with me via LinkedIn, and that's how you can connect to me.
Okay, so I'll make sure I drop down all the social media handles of Pratisa Didi, so that you guys can connect with her and know more about what you want, or what questions we ask. Maybe you want to know more, you want to learn more. So yes, feel free, and yeah, thank you for watching till now, and thank you, Pratista Didi, for giving your time. So are there any final words that you want to tell to our viewers before we end today's episode?
only I have been stuck with the only word in throughout this interview, throughout this session, that find your passion, follow your passion, and rest is the journey.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for watching, and thank you so much, Rhythm, for inviting.
Yeah, it was pleasure having you, and maybe we'll see you in some other video, in some other episode, or and yeah, we'd love to talk more. So yes, the journey is all very very important, and that is what will inspire, will help you learn, will help you grow. So with those final words, thank you everybody for watching till now. All the links to our social medias are down below. Feel free to connect, ask questions. I'll see you in the next episode, the next video. And if you're not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel and press that bell icon. Take care everybody.
Take care, everybody.